our number one citizen of our dear club, Ikeja Toastmasters Club. And this number one citizen is no other than our president. Who is our president, you may ask? Again, our president is no other than Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo. You might want to ask, who is Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo? Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo, her life's work revolves around entrepreneurship, business development, and strategy. She dedicates her time to assisting MSMEs in their growth and expansion. In addition, she's passionately building her own startup, youlevy.com, which facilitates book writing and publishing. youlevy.com acts as a cutting-edge tech platform that connects individuals in need of editors, writers, script writers, and copywriters. Titilayo also oversees Fresh Chow, a business specializing in serving delectable meals. I can attest to that, fellow Toastmasters and our guests. And one very interesting thing about her that happened very recently is the fact that she's the very first female president of our their club, Ikeja Toastmasters Club. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please let's make welcome to the virtual lectern, our president, my president, Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo. Madam President, you have the virtual floor.
Thank you very much, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Isaac. That was a fantastic introduction. That was, I was all smiles. Thank you very much. And good morning to everybody on this call. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Let me see some reactions. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning. It's a beautiful morning.
It's a beautiful morning. Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much. It's always a fun time for me to come to our meetings because I am assured of the fact that I would leave better than I came and I will be more enlightened. Now, the theme of our conversation today is the one thing. That is not original to me. The one thing is the title of a book by Gary Killerman. And he opined that for you to be able to make real serious success in life without getting burnt out, you have to focus on one thing per time. And I found that interesting because you hear about multitasking and all of that. Toastmaster Itunu was talking about the fact that she's trying to juggle 2 meetings and all of that. And there's a quote to that effect that says that multitasking is a lie. You only get to perform at whatever we are multitasking on below par, because our mind is very beautiful, is capable of doing great things, but it has the ability to only focus on one thing per time. So yes, in your mind, you are doing a lot of things, but your mind holds one thing per time. So what you are actually doing when you say you are multitasking is that you are switching. You're switching from one thing to the other. Now, there was a scientific research that said that we are losing a lot of time, a lot of productive time to switching costs. So there's an experiment I would like us to go home and practice. Try and count 1 to 5, time yourself. Count A to E, time yourself. Add the total time together, write it down. And then try to switch between counting the numbers and the alphabet. So you go 1A, 2B, 3C, and then time yourself. You would find out that you've lost time. You spend more time counting 1A, 2B, rather than counting the numbers alone and focusing on the alphabets alone. That is to say that we lose time by switching from one thing to the other without being practical about it. So here's my question to you today, is to say that what is the one thing? Try, number one, no, I think first is a charge. Try to focus on one thing per time. So if you are going to work, drop your phone. Don't do WhatsApp. Don't try to reply that friend. Don't try and watch status. Work. And then when you are having fun, you are relaxing, you're on Instagram, you're on WhatsApp, be on WhatsApp. When you are with friends, be there, be present with friends. When you are not, focus on one thing per time, and you realize that you'll be more productive. Another thing is, we are in September and then the year is almost gone. What is that one thing that if you prioritize every day, by the end of December, what is that one thing that you think that would give you the most joy if you achieve it? So please write that one thing down and try every day to do that. If you're saying, for me, my one thing is to write every day so that I can finally finish my book and to give me the most joy by the end of 2023 if I have a complete book. So what's that one thing for you that will give you the most joy at the end of 2023, and you'll be amazed? And the beautiful thing about one thing is that it has a dynamo effect, meaning that if you do one thing and you do it right, it should spiral into other aspects of life, and you found out that you're doing other things more productively. So that'll be my charge to us today. I would like to hand over the virtual lantern back to the Toastmaster of the day, my own very good friend, Toastmaster Isaac. Toastmaster Isaac is an occupational health, safety, environment, and quality management professional and trainer, a graduate member of the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health. He is the plant safety manager for a global beverage manufacturing company. Yeah. He's a passionate, continuous learner who also loves listening to music and swimming. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please join me with a virtual round of applause in welcoming the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Isaac. Forgive me, I don't want to murder your son name. So. Or Ogbuadegbe.
So thank you very kindly, Madam President. You know, there is always that one thing about my surname, and it usually intrigues me, it gives me fun. It is when people try to pronounce the name, and people just wonder, what does this name mean? How come it has this many letters and so on? Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, good morning. Please, I'd like us to turn on our videos, turn on our audios. I'd like to hear our voices. Please, let's energize this room. Say good morning to someone. Tell us how you're feeling this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning,
everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Good
morning.
Good to see
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Thank
morning, God Gabriel.
Good morning, December.
Good morning, Tientayu. Good to see you.
Morning.
All
Good morning,
right.
everyone.
All right. Thank you. And for those of us who cannot turn on our videos or who cannot unmute, you can drop an emoji on the screen. Let's create fun. Let's create excitement, because that's what we here at Toastmasters International, that's what we stand for. Again, I welcome every one of us. My name is Isaac Ogbuadegbe. And for those of you who are probably wondering, what does his name mean? How come it has so many letters? Well, I'm one person who is so proud of his name. I'm so proud of how long it is. I'm so proud of the fact that when some people who are not used to calling it, try to call it, that it almost breaks their jaws. But at least it doesn't break their jaws eventually. So my surname actually means no man is an island, that you need others as much as others need you. And that is exactly what we do here at Toastmasters International. We help one another to grow. We help one another in the areas of public speaking, leadership, communication. And that is what we do here at Toastmasters Ikeja Club and Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International is a non-profit international organization that is focused on education. And when I say education, we at Toastmasters, we do not necessarily have that one person who stands as our teacher. We learn at Toastmasters by doing. We learn by practicing. And I can guarantee you, if you're a guest here, that if you decide to become a member of Toastmasters International, a member of the Ikeja Toastmasters Club, there are a lot of things that will grow about you, that will develop about you, a lot of things. One of them is your confidence. Another is how well you are able to communicate. And interestingly, Toastmasters International was founded in 1924, October 22nd, 1924 to be specific, by a gentleman known as Ralph C. Smedley. Toastmasters International is made up of clubs all over the world. We have over 14,200 clubs in about 148 countries with over 270,000 members. We're a network of clubs where joining us helps you to network with people of like mind, people that can help you in a friendly environment, in a friendly way to grow. So that's what Toastmasters International is about, and that is who we are. And our meetings are usually divided into 3 segments. Every Toastmasters meeting is divided into the prepared speech segment, the table topics segment, and the evaluation segment. The table topics segment is that part where members and even guests, so those of us who are guests here in the meeting, please get prepared. Get prepared. The table topics segment is when members and guests speak without preparing. And that has a way of building you as well. The prepared speech segment is where members have spent some time, days, hours, writing and practicing their speeches. And in this meeting today, we will be delivering those speeches that they have prepared for. And lastly is the evaluation segment, where every speech that has been delivered, whether it's a table topic speech or a prepared speech, will be evaluated. And that is how we grow. That is how we improve here at Toastmasters. We grow, like I said earlier, by doing. And by doing, we play roles in our meeting. And here in this meeting today, we have role players who are going to ensure that this meeting goes on to plan. For example, I am playing the role of the Toastmaster of the day, and I am the host for this meeting to make sure that this meeting goes on from beginning to end according to the structured Toastmasters way of having a formal Toastmasters meeting. But there are other role players, and these role players are going to be playing different roles. And the role player that I'm going to be introducing first is the role of the general evaluator. And when she comes up, she will introduce her other role players who will be working with her to play different roles in this meeting to make sure that the meeting goes on to plan. And who is our general evaluator? Our general evaluator is Toastmaster Adwola Oshoba. Toastmaster Adwola Oshoba is a teacher by training, a researcher by profession, and a girl child advocate by calling. She holds a PhD in educational evaluation, and she loves reading. She joined Toastmasters Club in 2017 to improve her leadership skill. To come on the virtual lectern to introduce her role and her role players, please make welcome Toastmaster Adwola Oshoba. A round of applause for her, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Isaac. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Morning.
I want to see a sign here. Can you unmute? If you cannot unmute, can you send emoji? I want to see that we are all happy. I'm very happy to be here.
Good morning.
Toastmasters meeting is a very great time for us to learn from one another, to be able to improve our leadership skill, to improve our public speaking. So I'm very glad to be here this morning. Just like TM Isaac has said, I'm the general evaluator for today's meeting, and I'm not going to do this alone. I have the team that we are working together. This morning we have the grammarian for today is TM Ibrahim Kazim. TM Ibrahim Kazim is a seasoned electrical engineer and is working for a German multinational with focus on rotating equipment. He has 2 master's degrees and speaks 3 international languages. He is the past president of Ikeja Toastmaster Club. Can we put our hands together as we welcome TM Ibrahim Kazim? TM Ibrahim Kazim, you're welcome. Can you unmute yourself?
Jolly good morning, fellow
Good
Toastmasters
morning.
and
You're
guests.
welcome.
Morning.
The general evaluator, many thanks for giving way and that auspicious introduction. As the grammarian on today's occasion, my job are quite simple and at the same time strategic towards improvements of our vocabulary development, expression, pronunciation, and what have you. To start with, I would like to introduce to us the word of the day. You might want to ask what the word of the day is none other than auspicious. What does auspicious mean? And it's pronounced as this, auspicious, with a stress on the second syllable. Let's take note of that, auspicious. What does it mean when you hear auspicious? It means showing something is likely to be successful. For instance, it could be used in a sentence structure, speech, ushered in an auspicious moment. You might have other variants of auspicious. For instance, it could be used in adverbial form when you hear auspiciously. He spoke auspiciously. Then also a noun, auspiciousness. Beyond that, I would also be looking out for outstanding enunciation of words. Also, vocabulary that are rare and expression. At the same time, I would also be looking for areas where we want to improve ourselves. Before then, sit back and enjoy these auspicious moments. I'll be back to give a report of my grammarian observation. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, TM Ibrahim. That was a very great auspicious start for us this morning. Then also, we have our timekeeper for today, and who is no other person than TM Ismail Tairu. TM Ismail Tairu has been working in the banking industry more than a decade. He holds a master's degree in business administration. He enjoys breaking down the computer tasks in smaller units. Like justice, and dislike injustice. TM Ismail Tairu, our timekeeper for today. Please, you have the lengthen. Can you introduce yourself and your role?
Thank you so much, the General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, today I'll be the timer for today's meeting. And as a timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, the prepared speeches, the evaluations. I will alert each speaker of the time they have left by using the green card, yellow card, as well as red card, which indicates the time remaining for them to spend. For the table topic speakers, it should be 2 minutes. At 1 minute time, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For icebreaker speeches, it should be between 4 minutes to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. And at 5 minutes, I will raise the green card, the yellow card. Then at exact 6 minutes, I will raise the green card, the red card. For prepared speeches, which is not the icebreaker speech, it should be between 5 minutes to 7 minutes. At exact 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. Then at 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. Then at 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. This also goes with evaluations. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At the exact 2 minutes, I'm going to raise the green card. Then at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'm going to raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'm going to raise the red card. Let me quickly share the card so that we can be familiar with it. This is the green card, and this is the yellow card.
James Mario, your video is turned off.
See your card.
We can't see your background. Yes, we can't see your background. The video is turned off.
We can't see your sharing. Can you share?
Yes, just a minute. Just a second. All right. Okay. This is the red card. And this is a green card.
Yeah.
And this is the yellow card. Okay, back to you, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim Tyrone, a great timekeeper. Then I'll be introducing the next person who is going to work as listening evaluator. Our listening evaluator for today is TM Ibukunoluwa Daramola. TM Ibukunoluwa Daramola is a marketing officer and a strategist. You are welcome. We are happy to have you this morning as our listening evaluator. Please, you have the lectern.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Can you
Morning.
hear me, please?
Yes, can hear you.
Good morning. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Being a good listener is just as important as being a good speaker. When you talk, you're only repeating what you already know. But when you listen, you might learn something new. As the listening evaluator for today's meeting, I will take note of few interesting information from any speaker and ask questions to see if everyone was paying attention. Expect me towards the end of today's meeting. Back to you, General Opati.
Thank you.
Back to you, General.
We could say,
Thank you so much.
we could say that you are on transit. Thank you for being able to join
Yes,
us.
I am sorry.
That was a
Thank
huge
you.
sacrifice on your part. Thank you so much. Really appreciate.
Thank you.
And the last but not the least in my team is the R counter for today. While we wait for TML Lemoro to join us, our president is going to serve as our R counter for today, the first ever female president of Ikeja Toastmaster Club. And I'm talking of TMTT Lion Kundayo.
Thank you very much.
Madam President.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. So I'll be checking out. I just made that error. I said so myself right now. Pause fillers in our conversation and in our communication is like eating a delicious bowl of jollof rice with stones in it. So when you speak and you are always saying so, you get to understand different words that we just use to fill in the pause. They water down the strength of our communication. And that will be my work today, to check out for those words and to see who is going to go home with our prize today. Thank you very much, the General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Madam President, and our hard counter for today. Yes, I'll be back with my team to give us the evaluation of the whole meeting for today. And I want to hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day, TM Isaac.
Thank you very much.
You have the lesson back.
Thank you very much, the General Evaluator. And to every one of your, every member of your tag team, the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. Please, let's remember the word of the day, auspicious, and use it as we speak in this meeting today, and even subsequently. For example, it's been an auspicious meeting so far. I believe today is going to be an auspiciously beautiful day for every one of you. And also remember the charge that Madam President gave us, which is that you should think of that one thing that if you prioritize and focus on till the end of this year, it will give you joy. That is a charge that we should all take away from this meeting and work on after this meeting. Now it's time to go into the first segment of our meeting today. And like I previously explained, that there are 3 segments to every Toastmasters meeting. The first segment we are going to be starting with is the table topics. So the table topics happens to be one of, if not the most interesting segment of the 3 segments, because that is when you get to hear ideas that people have without having thought of those ideas before. Ideas that came out in the moment without having thought of these ideas before. Beautiful and auspicious ideas that have not been mixed with anything else. To help drive this segment, we are going to be having a table topics master. And who is our table topics master who is going to coordinate this table topics session? Her name is Toastmaster Adika Sembe. I had to specially research. How I did the research, don't worry, just leave that to me, on how to pronounce these two wonderful and auspicious names, Sembe and Adeka. Sembe Adeka is a business developer who is passionate about helping companies find competent talent as well as positioning IT talents for job opportunities across all sectors. She loves to interact with nature. She is an avid reader and a great chef. That part of being a great chef interests me. I hope I'll be able to savor one of your meals one of these days, Toastmaster Sembe. Her cooking, according to her, is mostly for fun. As long as you're a great chef, whether it's for fun or otherwise, I believe the meal will be delicious. So I really look forward to having an experience of your auspicious meals one of these. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please make welcome to the virtual lesson our table topics master, Toastmaster Adeka Sembe. You have it.
Thank you so much, the Toastmaster of the day. That introduction was actually auspicious, and your research was well done because you got my pronunciation, the pronunciation of my name right. Well done to you. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests. It is such an honor to have you here and to also giving the opportunity to anchor this interesting segment of the meeting. Table Topics is an activity of the club that encourages club members to speak with little or no preparation at all. It is a sound activity that can help us to build our communication skills and also build our communication muscles. So here I am this morning, bringing to you some interesting topics that we'll all share together. And to begin this session, I'm going to call on a seasoned Toastmaster to answer the first question. Why? Because they usually set the pace for the rest of the visitors that we have in-house, who will be answering the subsequent questions. So this morning, my first question goes like this. When faced with a conflicting demands or pressure to multitask, how do you maintain focus on the one critical task that requires your full attention? I'll take it again. When faced with conflicting demands and pressure to multitask, how do you maintain focus on the one critical task that requires your full attention? So for every question, 2 minutes are allotted for whoever that is going to answer the question. And I encourage you to turn on your camera so that we can see your beautiful faces while you speak. So for this, I'm going to call on TM Ibrahim Kazim to answer this question. TM Ibrahim Kazim, can you please take up the honor to auspiciously grace the table topic section?
Madam Table Topics Master, could you please repeat the question?
Okay. When faced with conflicting demands and pressure to multitask, how do you maintain focus on the one critical task that requires your full attention?
Thank you most generously, the Table Topics Master, and more importantly, for picking me to answer that auspicious question. Yeah, so when faced with several tasks that requires effort to pinpoint the one that will drive your point to the destination. It takes a whole lot from you. Come to think of it, it requires your mental alertness. It requires your presence of mind. It requires your presence physically at the same time. In such situation, you might really be in a very difficult situation and struggling really to decide which one would set a pace for you towards achieving your aim. Honestly, it's not an easy task to face, but haven't endured in such situation in the past. I would say one needs to be focused and purposeful in terms of what you really want to gain at the end of it all. Once you have that in mind, that purpose, it will engender you towards selection of a particular choice from the whole lot. For instance, I would let you, just to drive my point home. It happened in the past where I had so many activities at the same time, and I was wondering which one do I want to achieve. So what I did was to see by when do I need to achieve this. It was about my language proficiency, having to do so many things in the course of the year. I had so many things on my plate. So I was just wondering, do I complete my language skill, or do I hop on the bandwagon of completing my MBA? So, I mean, it was really difficult. But at a point, I felt by the time I'm done with my language proficiency, it will set a pace for me at my place of work and also earn me that promotion I desire. So it was that particular point I chose that made me pick that point, and I was able to overwhelm myself by achieving that aim. So that really helped. One needs to be purposeful, and you have to be specific in terms of what you want to achieve yourself. Once you do that, you will see that it's just going to set a pace for you towards that achievement. On this note, I would like to hand over to Madam Table Topics Master. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, TM Ibrahim Kazim. That was auspiciously answered. What I picked from what he said you need to be purposeful and be specific when you want to achieve a specific goal. Thank you so much. So this has set a pace for the rest of the questions that will be coming up, and they are going to be directed at our visitors. Our visitors, are you in there? If you are excited about this segment, can you please drop an emoji in the comment section to show that you are actually excited. So my next question reads, if you were asked to advise a group of students on the one thing that will create a fulfilled life or a fulfilled future, what would you tell them and why? I'll take it again. If you were asked to advise a group of students on the one thing that will create a fulfilled future, what would you tell them and why? So for this question, I'll be going over to our visitors in-house, and I will call upon Samuel Modupe. Please, if you're not a visitor, do let me know, because some names are not written with their correct names, or the name that we've all known you with. So please pardon me if I call you and you are not a visitor, kindly indicate. Modupe Samuel, please, if you are here, can you please take up this question?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry I will be sharing my video. So I hope that is okay. Hello?
Yeah, well, that's not particularly okay, but if it's impossible for you to share your video, you can still go ahead with the speech.
Okay. So the table topic Sorry, this is my first time, so don't mind my. Okay, so if I were to advise a group of students on what to pay attention to be successful, one I would say is have a vision. There is no form of success that doesn't come with vision. I have a vision of what you want to achieve, and that's what would determine success. Success is your ability to achieve a goal which we've actually set ahead of you, which is your vision. So having to set that vision will auspiciously help you achieve and become fulfilled, having achieved that goal. Thank you.
Thank you, intending Toastmaster Samuel. You still have enough time. If you think you want to add more flesh to your content, you have 2 minutes to answer the question. And I think you did less than a minute.
Okay, so just to buttress the point of having a goal and a vision, and when you look at every vehicle, an aeroplane, a car, there's always space for vision, because even as we are, our eyes are in front, and you move in the direction of your vision, you move in direction of your goal. So having a clear goal, which is a picture of the future, it helps you move towards or aggravate towards that particular goal, and you have an auspicious achievements. So just to stress that vision is quite very key, and it gives you that one thing which you could focus your effort, your energy, and your strength on. It gives you that one thing that would keep you awake through the night. It will give you that one thing that will occupy your mind. So, and give you you to allocate the time, the resources, the energy, and everything you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, intending Toastmaster Samuel. That was very impressive. You didn't sound like an intending Toastmaster. You're sounding like one of the Toastmasters. Well done. So my third question goes this way. What is that one thing you wish that you did in the past that would have made you a different person now? I take it again. What is that one thing you wish you did in the past that would have made you a different person now? And for this question, I'll call on intending Toastmaster Benjamin. Benjamin, are you there? Please turn on your camera while you're speaking.
Good morning. Benjamin is here. Good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right. I'm sorry. I am not in a very good place to turn on the camera. Hope I'll be excused for that. Okay, please, could you repeat the question?
Should I repeat the question for you? Okay, I go again. What is that one thing you wish that you did in the past? Okay, intending Toastmaster Benjamin, I can't hear you clearly.
I said, can you repeat?
Okay, please. What is that one thing you wish you did in the past that would have made you a different person now?
Thank you very much. What is that one thing I wish I did in the past that would have made me a different person now?
Yes.
When I was younger, I had lots of friends, and we formed the habit of discussing our future. And it swirled in my mind to be many things at the same time, to be known for many things. So I dabbled into several things, but I was graciously introduced to someone who was an avid reader, and he introduced me to reading motivational books. And one of the books I read, I stumbled into two important quotes which changed my life. And I wished I knew earlier. The quotes are: focus determines reality, and focus on the journey, not on the destination. I wish I knew this earlier, and I picked up the challenge. I made focus my reality. Today, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Go ahead, please. We're hearing you.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go
We can
ahead.
hear you. Go ahead. Can you hear me? It seems he has a network problem. Hi, Benjamin. Are you there? Okay. All right. So I think I can move to the next person. Can I call on someone else to answer the question since he didn't complete? Hello, can I be heard?
Yes, I can hear you. He had actually spoken up to even more than 1 minute, and I feel he had passed a very good level of his message across. So I think we can still maintain his speech and then go on to the next question.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Benjamin, for picking up the challenge to answer this question, even though your network did not allow you to come to a fulfilling conclusion. But thank you. Thank you. It's well done. Thank you. So my last question. The last question says, what's your definition of a fulfilled life? What is your definition of a fulfilled life? So I'm going to call on intending Toastmaster, Mr. Glorious. Please, can you please put on your camera and answer the question? I don't know if your name is Mr. Glorious as written, or would have been nice for us to know the real name. Mr. Glorious, are you there? Mr. Glorious.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here. I'm here. Actually,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I may also not be able to turn on my video. And I also renamed my name as Lanre Shokeyo. So I'm wondering why it's not reflecting to everybody. So what you're seeing there is Mr. Glorious.
Yes, that's what we are seeing here, Mr. Glorious.
Oh, that's interesting because right here is showing my name. My name is Lanre Shokeyo.
But I can see Larry Shokayo right now. I can see Larry Shokayo right now.
Okay, so I think Zoom is tricking us, but that's fine.
Yeah, network problem could add to that as well.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Larry.
Thank you very much for the question. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. So, just to be clear, you said, what would I define a fulfilling life?
A fulfilled life. Yes. What is your definition of a fulfilled life?
So, in my opinion, I would say that the fulfillment of anything is based on its purpose. If you want to know, in fact, I was listening to someone yesterday because I like to listen to people that talk about cars. I'm a car enthusiast. That's luxury cars. And there's a guy that wanted to buy a Bugatti, I think it's Bugatti Veyron or something like that. One of the high-tier cars. And these luxury cars, for you to buy them, you can't just walk into their showroom with $1 million or $2 million and order the car and buy it and drive it out. No, you're gonna have to pay for it and book it, and then maybe 6 months or 1 year down the line, you will get your car. However, they don't just do it for everybody. They're going to interview you. So you don't come there to just drop the money and get the car. No, they will interview you. They will know the kind of person you are. What do you do? What's your personality? What's your brand? What kind of brand surrounds your name? They want to be sure that the person that is buying this car is as a good brand out there. And not only that, they want to be sure that this person is not just going to park the car somewhere. They want someone that will use the car and drive it out and let people see it and see the beauty of the car. And I believe what the car maker is trying to do is to make sure that the purpose for which they created the car is fulfilled. And that is to get people to buy their products and showcase it so that other people can see it and be desirous of having the same car. So what they are doing is just making sure that the purpose for which their creation was created is fulfilled. And I also believe that God, who created us, has a purpose for all of us. And I believe that to be fulfilled simply means you fulfilled your personal purpose in life, the purpose for which you were created. And that would give you fulfillment at the end of the day. That will give you joy. That will make your life a lot more richer. So that is what I think a fulfilled life is. Thank you very much. Did you hear me?
Thank you, intending Toastmaster Larry. Thank you so much. And this brings us to the end of this segment. Well done to all our guests. All of you spoke so well. In fact, you didn't sound like intending Toastmasters. You were sounding like Toastmasters. So this is a big good start. And at this juncture, I'll hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, TM Isaac. Over to you.
Thank you very much, the Table Topics Master, and for all to all our Table Topics respondents for responding auspiciously to the questions that were asked, those who gave their personal stories, to those who talked about luxury cars. Those were auspiciously crafted speeches, even though you did not have time to prepare for these speeches. And that's what makes us Toastmasters. Our ability to speak, communicate, and lead anytime and anywhere find ourselves. Still on our theme for this meeting, the one thing. A friend of mine, we were having a conversation over during the week, and she mentioned how she was impressed that for over a decade, I have been doing one thing as a profession. Even though, yes, of course, I know that in well over 10 years, I've been an occupational safety professional. It didn't really dawn on me like that. And then her statement was that focusing on one thing like that over a number of years will cause you to become an expert in that area. And then I looked at myself, so do you mean I'm an expert now? Well, that is a question that I need to answer to myself going down the line. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it is time for the table topic speeches to be evaluated. Before the evaluation of these speeches, we also need to vote. When table topic speeches are delivered, we usually vote for the best person you feel gave a speech. That speech that you feel gave you that wow, that gave you that awe, that auspicious speech. Even before that, we need to get the timer's report because time is very important to us at Toastmasters. So, Mr. Timer, please, can you give us your report so we know those who spoke within the time frame of 1 to 2 minutes, 30 seconds to know if they are all eligible to be voted for?
Thank you so much, the Toastmasters of the day, for the auspicious meetings we have been having so far. The first speaker, TM Ibrahim Kazim, spent 2 minutes, 26 seconds. Is qualified to be voted for.
That's qualified, yes.
The second speaker, intending Toastmaster Samuel Modupe, spent 2 minutes, 7 seconds.
Qualified.
Is qualified to be voted for. The third speaker, intending Toastmaster Benjamin, spent 1 minute, 47 seconds, is qualified to be voted for. The last person, intended Toastmaster Larry Sokeo, spent 3 minutes, 10 seconds, is not qualified to be voted for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Timer, for that professional and auspicious manner in which you did the timing. Unfortunately, will not be voting for Larry Shukeyo. These are our processes in the Toastmasters community. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, we are going to be voting for Ibrahim, Kasim, Samuel Mutupe, and Ben Igoche, who
Mr. Toastmaster of the day, I would suggest that we don't vote for Toastmaster Ibrahim Kazim because he's a veteran, so the intended Toastmasters can.
Okay, I completely agree.
The link is in the chat box. I completely agree.
So there's a link in the chat box. So click on the link and you'll be able to vote for the person you think best speech, the most auspicious speech. I'll give us 2 minutes to do that. Mr. Timer, when it's 2 minutes, please allow me. Okay, thank you very much, Judith. Judith says done, so she's voted. Let's have more votes coming. We're voting for Toastmaster Kasim Ibrahim. Sorry, my apologies. We are voting for intending Toastmaster Samuel Modupe and intending Toastmaster Ben Iguchi. Voted, fantastic, done. All right, let's keep them coming. Voted, done. Let's keep the voting coming, done. Thank you. Done. Since everybody is voting, I shouldn't be left out. Let me also vote. Yes, I have voted, so I can type done in the chat room too now. Thank you all, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I know I gave 2 minutes, but we'll be going on to the next segment, which is evaluation of the table topics that were just delivered. Here at Toastmasters, we usually say that evaluation is our breakfast because we are champions. In our evaluations are given in such a manner that you will learn, you will not feel turned down, and you will grow eventually. To give this evaluation for the table topics that were given is Toastmaster Uneku. Toastmaster Uneku Nwaiziaku. My apologies if I have murdered that name. He's a marketing communications professional with over 13 years active experience working in marketing consulting. She is a corporate MC with experience working with various corporate clients. Since 2013, Uneku has been a Toastmaster and has served in various capacities such as leader, resource person, and mentor within her home club and outside in the area and division. She is a past president of Eagle Toastmasters Club and past Area 17 Program Quality Director. Toastmaster Uneku, you have the virtual lectern. And please teach me how to pronounce your name properly so I don't destroy it next time.
Good morning, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everyone. Thank you very much for having me. Madam President, thank you for the opportunity to serve. My surname is pronounced as Mwizapu.
Can you be a bit louder?
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
please speak.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Could
Okay,
you
just a
increase the
moment.
volume a bit?
Just
Thank
a
you.
moment. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can hear, but there seems to be an echo.
I have it covered.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
It's better now.
Joined on 2 devices to avoid any issues. Please let me know if you can still hear the echo.
The echo is no longer there.
Thank you. My surname is pronounced as Mwizapu.
Mwizia.
No, Mwizapu. Mwizapu. So
Okay,
it's
thank you.
Mwizapu, yes. Thank you very much for having me. I completely enjoyed today's table topic segment. I want to start by commending the table topics master, Toastmaster Simbi Adika. Well done for such a brilliant session. Interestingly, when I saw your name on the agenda, I was very tickled because you share origins with my mom. And so listening to you gave me a lot of
wow.
Gave me a sense.
That's interesting.
It gave me a sense of home because I miss my mom. We don't live in the same city. Now, I thought that it was brilliant that introduced the set of 4. You introduced the table topics segment, educating people who may have been attending a Toastmasters meeting for the very first time in their lives. So I thought that was very well done. your introduction was with very intentional pauses to allow people take in what you said. I love the fact that the topics you wrote were carefully crafted around today's auspicious theme, the one thing, or multitasking. I thought that was brilliant. They were also quite thought-provoking, some of these. I felt like writing my own responses to some of them in my note. So well done. I was also happy that you repeated the timing guide for some of the speakers to let them know how much time they needed to use. Then I want to commend all the volunteers. This is one of the Toastmasters meetings I have attended where you have so many people who are called upon and they quickly respond, they take it on, they don't avoid by keeping quiet and refusing to participate. So I want to commend all the speakers. Well done. Now to the speakers. Toastmaster Kazim, you are a seasoned Toastmaster. And so we expected a lot. You were expected to set the pace for today's table topics, other speakers, and I think you did just that. Your diction was good, your speech was clear, your train of thought was logical, and you had good use of examples. You opened by asking for the question to be repeated. I thought that was good. So it also showed people what they could do. I thought that you used your voice modulation very well. And I was happy to see that your speech was neatly crafted. In terms of what you could have done better, the lighting in your car is not great. So we didn't see your face very clearly. I thought that was something you could have done better. And I thought that you could have also tried to be, there was a point in your speech where you were here and there. And I think it's normal with table topics when you're trying to put your thoughts together. However, I thought it was a very well done example for other people to follow. So well done. Intern Toastmaster Samuel Modupe, I want to give this, commend you as I have done already and the rest of the intending Toastmasters for picking very well, choosing to respond to the questions that were asked. I want to just encourage all of you at such times when you have to speak, your entire body is speaking. Speaking is not only about your voice and your tongue, it's also about your eyes and your gestures. You will learn that as you become Toastmasters. I'm saying this to say that when you are called upon, please, no matter where you are, do your best. Zoom has a feature where you can blur your background. Turn on your camera, blur your background so that people can see you and connect with you. They will connect better with your stories that way. If you worry about where you are, you would notice that when the listening evaluator for today opened up her introduction, she was in a moving vehicle, but we were able to connect better with her because her video was on. So I hope that's a learning for you. Now to your speech. I thought your speech was good. I thought that you did very well in terms of letting people know and trying to respond to the question. You were able to answer the question clearly as if you had prepared for it. You didn't stutter, you didn't stammer, you didn't have any awkward pauses. You expressed yourself properly. One of the things you said that I like was that your eyes are in front, and so basically your vision is ahead of you. I like that analogy. I thought it came through very well for me. I was very impressed to see you use the word of the day, not just the word of the day, the theme for today. You infused all of them in your speech. That was quite good for a first time here, for a first timer here. So well done. I thought that in terms of what you could have done better, you pay attention better to the rules of engagement. You had 2 minutes to speak. You spoke for less than 1 minute. If the brilliant table topics master hadn't come up to encourage you to speak on, we probably wouldn't be voting for you today because you wouldn't have met the timing rules. So please pay attention to that. Also, we all didn't need to know that it was your first time. Sometimes people do that to allow themselves grace so people can give them a chance in their minds and not judge. But trust that this is a no judgment zone. We don't judge here. We simply give feedback and encourage improvement. So if no one had listened, if no one even knew, you spoke very well. So it was not obvious that it was your first time at Toastmasters. In the future, please keep speaking, join the Toastmasters Club, and continue to improve your craft. Over to the next speaker, Toastmaster Ben Igoche. Toastmaster Ben Igoche, your question was mind-blowing for me. The one thing you wish you had done in the past to improve who you are now. You started off like seasoned speakers do, with a story. You opened with a strong statement. When I was younger, that already drew most of us in, until you continue to tell the story and you talked about focus and all that. At some point you trailed off, and to tell you how good a story you were telling, we became very desperate for you. We were asking, hello, where are you? Are you still there? Toastmaster Ben, are you there? We were looking for you on the call. That's how good your story was. I commend your storytelling skills. I commend your voice. Your voice is one that is God-given. No one can give you. Your voice was very good, which is why I wish your video was turned on so that we could have connected more with you. I encourage you, please do join this Toastmasters Club. Continue to improve yourself and speak. So when you do that, you become extremely good at what you have shown that you are already good at doing. Now, the final speaker, intending Toastmaster Larry Shokeyo. Your definition of a fulfilled life was what you were asked to speak on. I thought that your opening was very strong. A fulfilled life is based on its purpose. That's what I took away from your opening. It was brilliant, very, 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 very brilliant. It left a strong impression with me, and I'm sure with others in the room. You were able to go on to give us a strong analogy about cars and how you now in the end made a connection to this the topic. So you had an opening, which was the opening statement, the body of your message, which was about the cars, and then the ending or the closing was around making the connection between that and the topic involved. I thought that it was quite good. That's the structure of a well-organized speech: opening, body, and closing. So I thought that was very, very good and very well done. Now, in terms of what you could have done better, what you could have done better is you could have collated your thoughts more. And that's not something that it's not a deal breaker. I thought you can improve on it. This is just feedback, right? Toastmaster Judith, my video is on. Or intending just Toastmaster Judith, my video is on. I'm joined on 2 devices, so my video is on.
Yes, your video is on.
Yeah, so no, if someone sent me a message to say my video is not on. My video is on in 2 places to help. Thank you. Now, I was talking about what you could have done better in turning Toastmaster Larry Shokeyo. You started off by speaking about that opening sentence, and then you went on to say, in fact, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and then you now came back to say, I'm even a car enthusiast. So there was this back and forth in your storytelling. If you remember how you were speaking, by joining Toastmasters will help you address that. You will become more organized and you'll be able to deliver your thoughts more succinctly. Too much time was wasted starting off the speech. You went on and on about other things, and that's part of why we are not able to vote for you. So please join Toastmasters, learn the principles that can help you deliver a succinct speech. And then from there, you'll be able to educate people more with your analogies, and you will become a seasoned speaker. Thank you very much. The Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very kindly, the Table Topics Evaluator, for that beautiful and auspicious evaluation of the Table Topics speeches. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the Table Topics session, and it's time to move on to the next session, which I believe a number of us have been waiting for with bated breath. For our prepared speeches today, fellow Toastmasters and guests, we have two members who will be delivering their prepared speeches, and they are Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju and Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo. To speak first will be Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju. I believe Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju is on the call.
Yes, she is.
Okay, thank you very kindly. Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju will be speaking from the Dynamic Leadership Pathway, and she will be delivering her icebreaker speech. To evaluate her speech is Toastmaster Clarence Jumbo. Toastmaster Clarence Jumbo is a supply chain professional, a senior management staff of Primero Transport Services Limited. He is an alumnus of the prestigious Daystar Leadership Academy with certificate in basic and advanced leadership. He is an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply London. He's an advocate of professional training and competence building, and he is the immediate past president of Ikeja Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Clarence, you have the virtual lectern. Please share with us the purpose of Toastmaster Ayotola's speech.
All right, thank you very kindly, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Isaac Ogboadaegbe. Thank you for that auspicious introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will be evaluating Toastmaster Ayotola's speech. Toastmaster Ayotola is also the Program and Quality Director for Division F, and it is my honor and privilege to evaluate her. So this is her icebreaker speech, and the purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. Toastmaster Ayotola will be introducing herself to the club and also learn the basic structure of a public speech. So Toastmaster Ayotola, I wish you the very best, and I wish you put your best foot forward. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Clarence. Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju is a social media enthusiast and fashionpreneur. She enjoys traveling and playing word games. Her favorite quote is, "Sing like no one's listening. Love in hurt. Dance like nobody is watching. And live like it's heaven on earth." And that is a quote by Ma. The title of Ayotola's speech is "Living Life on a Snooze Control." Living life on a snooze control. Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju, you have the virtual lectern. All the best to you.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Quick question. Have you ever violently hit the snooze button on your morning alarm? And because you feel like you're not mentally ready or physically ready to take the day, and suddenly your neighbor's alarms, loudspeakers from religious centers nearby just keeps blaring through and you can't go back to sleep. Hold that thought. We'll circle back to you shortly. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. How is everyone doing today? As I was rightly introduced, my name is Ayatola Olanrewaju. I'm an award-winning actress, a fashionpreneur. I have loved business for as long as I can remember. And so I started my first business at the age of 13 called Beads and Sheets, which grew into a multi-million naira company by the time I turned 18. I bagged a bachelor's degree in theater arts by the age of 19 and backed that up with a master's in communication when I turned 21. 2 years after this, I got married to my best friend, and today we have 3 amazing children together. Oh, that is what I will be telling you today if my goals panned out as planned. Or wishes are not horses, are they? Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Is there anyone on this call who has had their dreams, their goals go as perfectly as planned? Anyone? If there's anyone, please put it in the chat. Let me know. Anyone? Oh, fantastic. I'm happy to find out that I'm not the only one that life has treated as beautifully as it does. You see, like many of you, I've had my fair share of hopes and goals and aspirations. I have mapped my journey, envisioned a clear path to success. But life had a different script for me. As I have been faced with setbacks and disappointments that I could not have predicted. Plans that I thought were watertight came crumbling like a house of cards. And years after this goal should have become a reality, I look back, exasperated, feeling like a fraud to myself. And I appear to live in the shadows of this woman I thought I was going to become. But you see, the issue with this is that I kept snoozing on the dreams of the past. I refused to wake up to the reality of the amazing life I could potentially have. And this is where the wake-up alarms come in. Picture me snug in my bed and my personal alarm, my new timelines, my aspirations, my goals, kept waking me up, but I was hitting the snooze button on them because I couldn't face myself. I was too tired and disappointed. And then the other alarms, my friends, cheerleaders, mentors, family, people who care about me, who see the potential in me, even when I have little to no faith in myself. And they say, Ayatola, go again, you can do it. Ayatola, do this, you're amazing. I'm like, huh? Okay. But you see, thanks to this alarm, I have found resilience through the mishaps. I discovered the power to adapt, to transform these setbacks into stepping stones. And that's why I stand before you on this auspicious day, giving this icebreaker speech as one of the ways of waking up to my alarms. Today, I'm a digital marketing specialist, a trainer, a serial entrepreneur who's dabbling into the exciting world of video editing, one graphic at a time. Now, someone may ask, oh, okay, so have you gotten the new goal now? Have you stopped hitting the snooze button on your alarms? Absolutely not. But I'm happy to keep pressing on, using the snooze control. And that's why I also encourage anyone here today. If you have those wake-up alarms in your life, people pressing you to do things, quit hitting the snooze button on them. Because you see what? You know what? That alarm eventually stops ringing. And you could sleep through what could be the best day of your life. And you're like, oh, this alarm did not ring. Oh, it rang, but you ignored it. Now, don't get me wrong. The morning alarm, that snooze button is beautiful sometimes. Sometimes we need the few minutes of rest to do it because sometimes you have to wake up. You have to get up, ready or not, tired or not, because the best moments in our lives wouldn't always wait for us to be ready. So you have to seize the day. So as I conclude, I'd like to leave you with this. In each moment, there is a choice. You can choose to eat the snooze button and remain in the comfort of your routine, or rise to the alarm and embrace the exciting and vibrant opportunity that awaits you. What will you choose? The Toastmaster.
That was an auspicious speech, Toastmaster Ayatola Olarewaju. Please, emojis, let's show some excitement. We can send Toastmaster Ayatola some private messages on what you loved about her speech. Just give her feedback. Well done, well done. That was a beautifully crafted and delivered, very well delivered speech. Very, very auspicious. Going on to our next speech, the next and second speech is going to be delivered by Toastmaster Titilayo. She is going to be speaking on the persuasive influence pathway. She's delivering her level 1 project 3 speech, and she's going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Adwola Oshoba. Toastmaster Adwola Oshoba had previously been introduced. Toastmaster Adwola, please come to the virtual lectern and share with us the purpose of Toastmaster Titilayo's speech.
Thank you, the Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning once again.
Morning.
Yes, like the Toastmaster of the day has said, Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo will be presenting our project, level 1 project 3, which is under persuasive education program. And the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. So, we know that Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo is our president, but briefly, I noticed something about her that I would like to point out. She's a very wonderful serial entrepreneur. She likes to develop businesses, and she's a master strategist, and she oversees Fresh Flow. Although I've not tasted out of her meal, and maybe one of these days. So, Toastmaster Titilayo, you have the lectern to present your speech.
Thank you very, very much, Toastmaster Adwola. Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo had been previously used. The title of her speech is A Double-Edged Sword. A double-edged sword, Toastmaster Titilayo Ekundayo. You have the virtual lectern. All the best.
I was 7 years old. It was a cold night. It was the first time I would hear the words leave the lips of my mother. She read, "The word of the Lord is alive and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword." Interesting. And from that moment on, my 7-year-old mind associates the word double-edged sword with anything that is powerful and should be handled with care. Good morning, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I hope we're enjoying the September rain. According to Merriam-Webster, a double-edged sword is anything that has or have the potential to produce a favorable or an unfavorable consequence. Now, there are many double-edged swords in life, but today I'll be speaking about one we can all relate with, especially us Lagosians. According to a research sponsored by a UK-based company, VIE, it says our Lagos is the second most stressful city in the world. No surprises there. AIG Imokwede in 2017 wrote a book called Leaving the Tarmac. It took us on a journey on how himself and Albert Wike built a bank. They were just a bunch of 30-year-old young men. They bought a distressed bank as of 2002. They had to convince the Central Bank of Nigeria that they could run a bank because the regulatory body thought they were too young. Now, today, according to Brand Finance 2023's report, that bank, Access Bank, is one of Nigeria's most valuable brands with an evaluation of over 205 billion naira. Now, that bank, in my own opinion, would not have been that great if not for God. Why? Nigeria before 2005 was a country where you could sleep poor and you could sleep rich, pardon me, and wake up poor. Why? Your bank has collapsed. Banks were collapsing every other day. The CBN governor, Professor Charles Soludo, felt they had to do something about it. On July 6, 2004, a decree was made. Or commercial banks were advised that by December 2005, the evaluation of commercial banks, which was then 2 billion naira, was now going to be a whooping 25 billion naira. AIG, who was the CEO of Access Bank then, alongside with other bank CEOs, were running to save their banks. AIG ignored the advice of his physician or the telling signs from his body that he was mentally and physically exhausted. On a wonderful morning in 2005, his body gave way and he was losing blood as quick as his family members could donate it. He had to be immediately air-flown to London. He could have died. He could have died from chronic stress. According to a report by American Institute of Occupational Health and Safety, it says a lot of people die from work-related stress. Stress is a double-edged sword. Do you know that stress is associated with 6 leading causes of death? Would you agree with me that stress is a silent killer? According to summerhealth.org, we have good stress and bad stress. A good stress is short-term. It leaves you feeling motivated, energized. Is that feeling you have before giving a speech or when you're doing something that relaxes your mind. Bad stress, also known as distress, will leave you feeling tired and wasted. There are 2 kinds of bad stress. Acute stress, which if you immediately relax, has no telling signs on your body. But acute stress, which is a long-time stress, due to exposure to repeated things that are stressing the mind and the body, can lead to diabetes, hypertension, depression, and a whole host of bad diseases. Diseases are bad. Now, you ask me, stress is a big part of life. Yes, another report in the journal article says that occupational stress increases 50% the chance of people dying early due to chronic stress attached to occupational stress. Now, the billion-dollar question is, we can't live life without stress. How do we manage it? How do we ensure that we reduce bad stress and increase good stress? I'll take the advice. I'll answer that question from the words of Socrates, the great Greek philosopher. He says, know thyself. Know the triggers that your body give when they are stressed and immediately relax. Other things that you can do will be go for long walks, find something to be grateful about, read, spend time with family, do things that relaxes your body and your mind. And yes, please, don't believe the zeitgeist that sleep is for lazy people. Sleep well. In conclusion, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, at the root of bad stress is anxiety. And I would like to leave us with the words of the American theologian, Rehon. He says, God, give us the serenity to accept the things that we can't change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The Toastmaster.
Beautiful and auspicious speech, Toastmaster Titi Ekundayo. Please, let's have the emojis. Let's encourage Toastmaster Titi for that beautifully crafted and delivered speech. Let's see more and more of the emojis. Thumbs up, celebration. Thank you all very much, Toastmasters and guests alike. And thank you to all, to our two prepared speakers for your beautiful speeches. And now it is time to go into the last and third segment of our meeting, which is the evaluation segment. However, before we go into the evaluation segment, we will vote for the best speaker. So Toastmaster Titi, will it be possible to have that link, to have a similar link to the one we had during the table topics? Okay.
Yes, I'm dropping it in the chat box now.
Okay, so while that is being dropped, the evaluators of these speeches should get prepared to give their evaluations. Toastmaster Clarence Jumbo will be giving his evaluations first, and next will be Toastmaster Admola Oshoba. The link has been dropped in the chat room. So please, let's go ahead and vote for the speaker that we feel gave the most auspicious speech in our own individual estimations. Thank you.
Thank you for the report.
Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Clarence. Timekeeper, please give a quick report on the prepared speeches.
Thank you so much, the Toastmasters. TM Ayotola Olariwaju, our speech is a nice breaker speech, which meant to be, she's supposed to spend between 4 minutes to 6 minutes. And she spent 6 minutes, 8 seconds. She's qualified to be voted for.
Yes.
The second speaker, TM Titilayo Ekundayo, her speech is supposed to be for 5 minutes to 7 minutes. And she spent 6 minutes, 56 seconds. She's qualified to be voted for.
Auspicious.
Back to you, the Toastmaster.
Auspicious. Thank you, Toastmaster Ismail. So both speakers are qualified to be voted for, and I can see that the votes have started coming in. For those of us who have not voted yet, please go ahead and click on the link and vote. Now on to our evaluations. I will be calling on the lectern our general evaluator, and immediately after our general evaluator comes on the virtual lectern, she will introduce Toastmaster Clarence Jumbo to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Ayatollah, and she herself will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Ilayo. Both evaluators have been introduced earlier, so we'll not need to go through their evaluations again. Mother General Evaluator, it's over to you. You have the virtual lecture.
Thank you, TM Isaac. Thank you, TM Isaac.
You're welcome.
Let me confirm. Are we evaluating, are we giving the report of the speeches, prepared speeches first?
Yes. So
yes, okay.
We'll do the evaluation of the prepared speeches, and immediately after that, the role players will give their evaluations.
Oh, okay, okay. So let me invite Clarence to give the evaluation for the speech presented by TM Ayatollah.
Thank you very kindly, the general evaluator. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I evaluated Toastmaster Ayatollah Olarewaju speech. Toastmaster Ayatollah, congratulations. That was an auspicious speech. And I feel auspicious to evaluate your speech. If you take the evaluation form and you go through the evaluation form, there are key questions or certain criteria that you are expected to fill. And some of them are confident, I tick. Comfort, I tick. Audible, a pass mark. Audience connection, I tick. The speech purpose, I tick. It is an icebreaker speech, and you're expected to introduce yourself to the members and then to learn the basic structure of a public speech. I tick. You started out to introduce yourself to the audience. Your name, what you do for a living, and then you took us on a journey, telling us about yourself. I like the fact that you had a great audience connection, and especially when you asked the question, is there anyone whose goals has turned out for reality? One person, all that you have planned has worked out exactly the way you wanted. That was a good engagement and a connection. I like the fact that you employed body language, hand gestures. So what would I have loved you to do? I found out that I didn't know how you set your camera. The camera was looking a bit higher somehow. And so that equally affected your eye contact because you're expected to look directly to the camera so that we can have that feel, we can see you clearly. But I don't know, the camera was a bit higher. Maybe you might need to look at that, in subsequent speech. But all in all, I can say that you are a charismatic and a charming speaker. You fulfilled your speech purpose. You had a great audience connection. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ayatollah. I look forward to your next speech. It's back to you, the general evaluator.
Clarence, that was a very, very great evaluation. And now I was the one that evaluated Titilayo Ekundayo. And I want to say that, Madam President, I'm not fit to evaluate you. Nevertheless, I'm going to do the evaluation. Yes, it was a very, very well-researched and well-delivered speech. Double-edged sword. I don't know, I kind of have a trend. I have to do trend analysis of your speech. Because where you started from, I thought we're talking about banking sector, or we're talking about money. But eventually, you took me from that and you took me to stress. That was the way you connected it. At that point where you join it, somebody that was flown to London because of stress, and now you move to stress. It was very seamless. You move from banking industry, medical line. Very, very smooth. Your body gesture, wonderful. I love that. I pray I could do that. And also, vocal variety, eye contact level, well research, well deliver speech. Was there anything that I would like you to do better next time? I think when we are talking about research and presentation, data is the key. I would have loved to see some data in terms of number of people dying of stress, related, illness, maybe in Nigeria, maybe all over the world. So it will have given more picture to the havoc stress is causing among us. So, but by and large, it was a very auspicious speech. And each time I look forward to learning from you, gaining more experience from you. You did a very wonderful job. The Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Ma.
All right, thank you very much, the general evaluator. Also, yeah, in this case, the evaluator of Toastmaster Tite's speech. So, general evaluator, please just go ahead with the
Now I'm going
evaluation.
to be calling the team
Yeah,
that
exactly.
evaluated today's program, today's meeting. First, let me call TM Ibrahim Kazim. Are you available? The grammarian.
Toastmaster Adola, sorry to cut in, Ma. We are going to be voting for the best evaluator, so I'll drop the link in the chat box.
Okay.
That is correct. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's click on the link and vote for the evaluator we feel evaluated the best. Toastmaster Adwola and Toastmaster Clarence Jumbo.
So, having said that, I want to call on the grammarian. We want to and give us our verdicts on the vocabulary for the day.
Absolutely. There
Are
you
you
go again,
available?
Madam General Evaluator.
Oh,
For
that's
using
wonderful.
For using the word auspiciously well. Well done. All right. Jolly good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests once again. I've been able to craft some things I need to share with you at this point, which I believe should serve as a pair of shoes for us to work further in our English conversation, expression, vocabulary development, and what have you. I would go straight to our usage of the word of the day. First and foremost, Toastmaster Adwola Oshoba used the word of the day 3 times. Toastmaster Isaac used it 7 times. Toastmaster Deka 3 times. Toastmaster Uneku once. Toastmaster Clarence twice. Toastmaster Ayotola, I beg your pardon, once. Without a doubt, Toastmaster Isaac used the most time. Well done, Toastmaster Isaac.
Thank you.
I would like to glide gracefully into how we fared with regards to expression or pronunciation. To start with, I would like to commend Toastmaster Unention in a succinct manner. For instance, she said, thought-provoking, well done, mind-blowing, That was done with utmost brilliance. And I also like the fact that she combined, or collocate if you want, succinct and speech. I think that was resoundingly enunciated. Well done. When we use words that are not common, that are quite rare, it makes us not to be so predictable, and it makes it engenders of our audience in our speech. The way Toastmaster Aduola Oshoba use these transitional, when you say also, and a couple of times, the audience gets so bored and the speech will lose its interest. Well done. By and large, it's a way to connect certain expressions. I think that was done with utmost efficiency. Well done. I'd like to also commend the way we pronounce certain words, then after which I'd like to call our attention to certain words that were not rightly pronounced. For instance, Total Isaac, well done. You said evaluated. Well done. That was right. Then I also like the fact that Toastmaster Larry, the way Toastmaster Larry, Mr. Larry Akrivio, pardon, pronounce the word car. It's not car. Let's try to pronounce the word as it's meant to be pronounced. For instance, it has to come from the point of articulation, car. Then also Toastmaster Adeka pronounced the word at this juncture. That was done with grace and grit. Well done. Furthermore, I would like to call attention to certain words that were not rightly pronounced. Listen is the right pronunciation, not listing. Visitor is the right pronunciation. Then we should properly pronounce the word as conclusion, not conclusion, conclusion. Then also it's pronounced as fulfill, not fulfill. Then it's purpose, not purpose. And enthusiast is the right pronunciation. Then is breakfast, not breakfast. Breakfast. Let's take note of that. It's participate, not participate. Participate. Then is encourage. Then is serenity. That's the right pronunciation. Serenity. Let's take note of that. Then also, I'd like to also point our attention to this. The phrase of phraseology, if you want, is rightly articulated as double-edged sword, not double-edged. Let's take note of that. Double-edged sword. At this point, I'd like to hand over the control of the virtual lectern to the general evaluator. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, TM Kazim. You know, one thing I like about Toastmasters meeting is this particular segment where the grammarian will come and teach us some new things. Thank you so much. I've learned so many things today. Inclusion, double-edged sword, and not double-edged, as we call it. Thank you so much. Then I'm going to, the Toastmaster of the day. I think TM Tairu has given us some information about the time.
Yes.
We still need to call him for.
No, no, there's no need. We can go ahead.
We can skip that.
Yes.
Yes, I'm calling on TM Ibukun Daramola, the listening evaluator. I don't know whether are you online? Hello, TM Daramola. Well, while we wait for her, let me call on the Madam President, who also double as our counter for today, to give us our reports.
Thank you very much.
That segment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. We actually had a hourless and almost post-filler-less meeting, but I was able to note down a few names, and I think that we have a winner. Toastmaster Titi Layo used so twice. Intending Toastmaster Samuel Modupe used so once. Intending Toastmaster Ben used R once. Intending Toastmaster Larry used M 4 times and 2 times. So one time, I think we have ourselves a winner. Intending Toastmaster Larry used pause fillers the most. So intending Toastmaster Larry, please. I just use the pause filler. Please go ahead to make sure that you reduce the use of pause fillers in your communication. Thank you very much. The general evaluator.
Thank you so much. I want intending Toastmaster Larry to know that given the reports on Akanta, not to discourage you from making your journey to public speaking, but just to encourage you that we should do less. We should reduce the port filler that we use. So thank you so much for that. I don't know whether TM Ibukun is online to give us.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I am. I'm back.
We want your report. Listing evaluator, we want your report. What's your report? TM Ibukun Oluwa.
Oh, I'm back. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
There's been a lot of network issues.
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good
Today's
afternoon.
meeting was educative with, good afternoon, educative with sessional speakers. So I said earlier on that I'll be back to have few questions. So let's go into that. Who said there is no form of success that doesn't come with a vision? There is no form of success that doesn't come with a vision. Who said that, please? Can you hear me,
Yes,
please?
I think intending Toastmaster Modupe.
That's correct. That's very right. Another one. Who said God who created us has a purpose for us? God who created us has a purpose for us.
Toastmaster Titi Layo.
Intending Toastmaster Larry.
No?
Intending Toastmaster Larry.
Someone else, please. That's exactly. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. The second most successful, Lagos is the most successful city in the world. Lagos.
Master Titi
Ekudayo.
Thank you. That shows everyone was. I'm sure everybody did. Thank you so much. It's very nice to see people listen and pay attention in the meeting.
Thank you so much, TM Daramola. Thank you. That was great. I think my duty today, my role today has been completed. I want to hand over the lecture to TM Isaac.
Madam General Evaluator, you have to give an overall evaluation of the entire meeting.
Of the entire, okay, it's now okay. Thank you very kindly of you for reminding me that. Yes. Fellow Toastmasters and guests at 9:44, which is 16 minutes to 10 o'clock. That was wonderful. That was a great one. It give us opportunity to be able to adjust our microphone and prepare ourselves. That was a great one. Then as at 10 a.m., there are only 8 members and guests online. So that was not good enough. Yeah, in everything we do, Toastmaster is about excellence, and you have to be punctual for you to attain that level of excellence. So, and also, as at 10 o'clock, some of the role players were not on ground. But by and large, by 10 minutes after 10, the meeting started. It's about 19 members and guests. So it was a very, very wonderful one. At a time, we had about 30 members and fellow Toastmasters and guests that were online. It was a wonderful meeting. Today, I want to say that we didn't really have too much problem with technical connecting to the Zoom meeting. It was a wonderful one. We are getting improved day by day. It's a very good one. And next time, I want to suggest that I don't know whether the sergeant at arm, whether we have two people, because I noticed that we have for other executive, we have two people, one is one and the other one is. I don't know whether sergeant at arm, whether we can have a two person, so that in case someone is not around, the other person can take charge. So by and large, it was a very wonderful meeting, and I look forward to seeing us next week at the physical meeting. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we are gradually winding down on this meeting. Before I end my role as the Toastmaster of the day and hand the control of the meeting to the president of our club, I'd like to share quickly the results of our votes. Are we ready? Are we ready? I want to hear some voices. Are we ready for the result?
Ready.
Yes.
We're ready. Awesome. And believe me, we will not have to take the result of this vote to any court. We will not have to.
Okay. No tribunal.
For our table topics, the winner of our table topics session, drum rolls, the winner is intending Toastmaster Samuel Modukwe. A round of applause. A round of applause. Please, intending Toastmaster Modukwe Samuel, if you are still on the call, turn on your video and then to recognize you. Is he still on the call? Oh, awesome. It's good to see your face. So, Madam President, you have your winner. You're muted. Tempted, you're muted.
Congratulations, Toastmaster, intending Toastmaster Samuel Modukwe. Well done. If it was a physical meeting, we'll have given you an award for you to keep. But thank you very much for attempting that. So we'll be looking forward to you joining us officially. Congratulations.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you.
And congratulations, intending Toastmaster Samuel. To the prepared speeches, I am not surprised of the outcome of the vote. So, do I say fortunately or unfortunately, there is no winner. It's a tie. Both speakers got the exact same number of votes.
Good.
So,
That's good.
like I said, I am not surprised. So a round of applause for both speakers, Toastmaster Ayotola and Toastmaster Titilayo. Toastmaster Ayotola, please, let's have your video turned on. Toastmaster Ayotola, are you still there? Awesome, awesome. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Congratulations to both of you. And lastly, the winner for the evaluators vote that's the best evaluator, and the winner goes to Toastmaster Uneku. Congratulations. A round of applause for her. Toastmaster Uneku, please turn on your video and let Madam President congratulate you. Are you still on the call? Is she still on the call? It appears she's no longer on the call. All right. Thank you all very much for your patience. We apologize for.
Okay.
Is she back? I don't think so. We apologize for taking your time. Normally, this meeting should have ended by 12, but the meeting didn't start until about 10 minutes past 10. So we apologize once more for taking 19 minutes extra out of your time. So thank you all very much. My work here as the Toastmaster of the day is done. Please do not forget Madam President's charge in her opening speech. Also, do not forget the word of the day. Please endeavor to use the word of the day in the course of the week. And it's over to you, Madam President. I think I saw Toastmaster Uneku turn on our video just now, so you can just say a word of congratulations to her, Madam President, as you close the meeting. Thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. It's bye from me.
Thank you very much, the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Neku, thank you. Congratulations, and a big thank you to you. She is our area director. That means that Ikeja Toastmasters Club is directly under purview, apart from, I think we have about 4 other clubs. So thank you very much, Madam Area Director. Thank you for accepting to be part of this meeting, and thank you for blowing our minds with those wonderful evaluation. Toastmaster Isaac, a very big thank you for ensuring that we had an auspicious, I hope I pronounced it well, meeting. And to every role player, thank you very much. The general evaluator, everybody that added spice to today's meeting. We are far beyond time. Normally, the meeting starts, it should be between 10 to 12, but we're 21 minutes past time. I would try as much as possible to ensure that we are out of here in the next 8 minutes maximum. So we'd like to meet those that are joining us for the very first time. If this is your very first time at Ikeja Toastmasters Club, could you please indicate with a show of hands? We'd like to meet you. We'd like to know your experience. How did you feel about the meeting? Is there something that you love? Is there something that you like us to work on? I'm sure there are first timers on this call. Returning Toastmaster Damilola Obidairo. Okay.
Sending Toastmaster Gabriel.
Yes, Toastmaster Gabriel, please go ahead. Oh, nice. Can we meet you? And what's your take of the meeting?
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Gabriel, and I enjoyed every moment of this meeting. I was invited in here by Toastmaster Isaac, and I had an auspicious moment in the meeting. Every moment, every minute, I look forward to being joining the meeting. More time to come. Thank you so much for the privilege. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Iteni Toastmaster Gabriel. Thank you. And a very big thank you to a Toastmaster of the Day for the invite. Do we have any other first timers in the house? Anyone? Okay. All right, that's great. I can say a couple of names I'm not familiar with, but that's great. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Gabriel. I would get your number. You can drop it in the chat box. I will get your number from Toastmaster Isaac so that we can tell you how to be part of this wonderful organization. Just a few announcements before we go. Our speech contest is next week. Humorous speech and table topics. Please kindly volunteer and participate in the contest. It's not a competition as well. At the end of the day, you are your own competition. It's just putting yourself forward and seeing the best that you can be. And that's how we learn in Toastmasters. We learn to do by doing. So please, if you've not showed interest in participating in the contest, please do. Our next meeting is going to be a fiscal meeting. Same time, 10 to 12. Also coming up is our change of guard ceremony. Change of guard ceremony is in October. October 21st is a ceremony where we officially induct new members and we welcome the new leadership of the club. But really, at the cross of it is just a way to network, enjoy ourselves, and relax in Toastmasters meeting. We also have October 1st is Nigeria's independence. How old will Nigeria be this October 1st? Somebody help me. How old will Nigeria be? 1960 to date.
63, I think 63.
63. Oh, fantastic. So we'll be celebrating the Nigerian Independent Day as Toastmasters, and there is an event. We are a couple of clubs are coming together. Lentils Toastmasters Club in Ikeja, Merry Toastmasters Club in Surulere, Ikeja Toastmasters Club, Seaside Toastmasters Club. They are based on the island. A couple of 5 clubs are coming together to celebrate the Nigerian Independence Day. It's going to be a physical event. It's going to be all shades of awesome. We are going to dress in our Nigerian attire, eat Nigerian meals, give indigenous speeches. So it's not about the English or the correct pronunciation. Pronunciation is going to be just do your thing in the Nigerian way. We look forward to having you there. A big one on my table is our membership renewal. We know that in Toastmasters is you can pay every 6 months or yearly, and we are already in another renewal season. So please do make sure to renew. For old members, it's $65. If you have dollars, it's fine. We'll just make the payment for you. If you don't have dollars, you can pay into the club's account, the Naira equivalent, and then would make the payment for you. For new members, registration for 1 year is $150, but for 6 months is $85, the same process. So we are looking forward to having more active members, and also not just being active, members that would participate, give speeches, play roles, attend meetings, really, because when I was paying my $80, because I'm starting a new pathway, I was telling myself that you have to maximize. $80 is not base. You have to maximize. You have to maximize this $80. So you'll be seeing me giving speeches back to back. I don't even care. I must use my money. So please, and I must tell you for a fact, I've grown greatly since I joined Toastmasters. There's just always room for improvement. So this is a charge to us to also do that. Renew, but most importantly, be part of it. So on a final note, I'm going to leave us with the charge that I started with. What is that one thing that if you focus on, you imbibe in your daily routine for the rest of the year? What's that one thing that at the end of 2023, you'll be glad that you did? Please note it down and then focus on doing that. Another thing will be the assignment that I spoke about, which is let's focus on one thing at a time. Switching costs us time. So please carry out the experiment. Count 1 to 5, time yourself. Count A to E, time yourself. Add the time together and write it down somewhere. Then try switching between counting 1 and A. So you are going A, 1A, 2B, 3C, and then write down the time. You would find out that you spend more time switching than if you just focus on counting the numbers or focus on counting the letters. Thank you very much for an auspicious meeting, and I do wish us a great and productive week ahead. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Madam President. We need to move a motion to adjourn the meeting as well.
Oh, yes, please. Who is going to move the motion to adjourn the meeting to next week, Saturday? That will be 16th of September.
I, Toastmaster Clarence Jumbo, having observed the proceedings of today's meeting, hereby move the motion to adjourn to next week, the 3rd week in the month of September.
Seconded by who?
Seconded by Isaac Ogboadayegbe.
Oh, great. Thank you very much, the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. Have a great week, people.
All right,
You can
everyone.
stay behind to
Enjoy your
network.
weekend.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
But I can see that my boss came. Intending Toastmaster Damilola, thank you for coming. Toastmaster Isaac, thank you for always. There are a number of names that I don't know here.
It's my pleasure. Olojo David is actually a guest, but he was having network issues when you were calling first timers. So yeah, I'll share his number so we can contact him later.
Oh, that would be great. What about Augustine? Do you know if Augustine is a guest?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you for always, Toastmaster Isaac. I'm looking forward to seeing you in a physical meeting.
Me too. I can't wait to attend our next physical meeting.
Oh,
I can't wait.
We can't wait to have you.
It's been 4 months now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, is there a club in the state that you are? Do you know if there's a club?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no club in Imo State. The nearest club is in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt is about 2 hours from Owerri.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm actually planning to go to Port Harcourt one of these days because I once worked in Port Harcourt, so I still have friends in Port Harcourt. So I'm planning to, if time will permit me, one of these weekends to go to one of the clubs there and deliver a physical speech. Interestingly, because while I was in Port